Hi guys, welcome back to the Daily Dreamer. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me for a dream. Boy, did I have a dream last night. Okay, so I'm in a house that I love, and the layout of the house is of a rectangle. It's a very open. There's only one wall between the rooms. The rooms are similar, exactly the same on both sides. So as I start walking through the house, I notice all of the stuff that's in the house, my stuff, love the stuff, whatever's in there, just love it, just enjoying myself. I go through the kitchen, I notice that there isn't anything in the kitchen, which is fine with me because I don't really like the kitchen anyway. So I continue through, and as I go on to the other side, which is the exact replica of the other side, I notice that there is nothing. There is none of my items that I cherish, none of the stuff that I've collected. It's just empty. And I was actually really surprised at how well or how quick the house was cleaned out. I was just on the other side. And then it made me think, well, now is the other side full of furniture? So I continue through. I don't turn back around. I continue through because it's a rectangle. Go through and I get to the other side and they are laying the flooring. It is now no longer just tile. It's crystals, which was really cool to see. So I was super excited about that. And by the way, it was cleared out, but I didn't even care because the attention of the crystals caught my mind. So that was exciting. So then I continue through now. And as I go through now on the other side, they're not laying crystals, they're laying diamonds. And that was even better because the sun was reflecting on that side. And so I got to see how the diamonds reflected in the sun. So that made it even sparkle more so. So at that point, I was super excited and could care less that the entire house now at this point had no furniture and anything. It was all about the flooring. But then at that point, I was whisked back to consciousness. So that was exciting. And so what happens? I wake up and I go into a meditative state. And what comes to me? Well, I got to thinking. So this whole energy portal of, Mercury in retrograde going into Scorpio. All right. So on the 19th, there's supposed to be like these huge energy downloads. Okay. Because that is apparently when it shifts into the Sagittarius. So that is wonderful to know that my dream might have something to do with that. And I think it does because it talks about the energy, the download of the energy. What is that download of the energy? Maybe it's the diamonds or the crystals, and the only way that you are going to be able to understand and be aware of this energy that is coming down, okay, because it is going to happen, and so that you're not caught up, is why it's really important for you to pay attention to what your karmic patterns are. How many of you guys sat with yourself to get rid of that stuff? Are we even addressing the situation? Because you have to get rid of the old for the new energies to come through, and they are coming. And if you have not shed what your, issues are from the past, this past decade, you'll never be able to welcome the new energies that are coming through. And you will get caught up in the chaos. And all of your karmic patterns are just going to amplify themselves even more so, 10 times so. That's why it's really important for us to be sitting with ourselves in this 11th hour of the end of a decade, because these energies that are downloading themselves and they are coming are going to take you by storm. So it's really important, guys, for you to sit there and what is your issue? Are you making bad relationship decisions? Are you making poor job choices? Are you caught up in some poor financial decision that you made and now you're trying to bounce back from? Are these the same constant things that keep popping up? Are you always in bad relationships? Are you always making poor financial decisions? If these are the same things that keep popping up for you, this is what you have to sit with for just 5 minutes and recognize that this pattern, you're either going to learn from it or you're going to stay in the cycle. And when these new energies come through, if you are still stuck in this mentality down here, you're not going to be able to receive these energies at all. And so it's just, that's why it's important for you guys to sit here and take a moment and figure what is going on here, because something has to change. Something in your world has to change. It's going to either break you or it's going to change you. So what are you going to let it do? Because one of the two is going to happen. You're either just going to just lose it and break it, or you're going to take that and you are going to make it a breakthrough. And you are going to take all of that energy, all of the negative woe and anger and rage, and you are going to transform this into a breakthrough for you, to a new you. Okay? And the reason you're able to do that is because you sat for 5 minutes to recognize what it was that was your karmic cycle. And once you recognize, it's that flicker of, okay, well, you know what? I'm tired of being broke. So what's going on here? What needs to change? What is always, let's figure it out. Well, the common denominator, guys. Maybe it's self-doubt. Maybe you don't believe enough in yourself that you think that you're not better enough to go do something more with your mind and your mental power. Maybe you were always told that you weren't. So maybe you're dealing with mental issues like fear, anxiety, depression. Is that what it is? We don't know, because none of us have taken 5 minutes to sit to ask ourselves that. So if you're dealing with some mental anguish, or even physical, maybe now they've turned into physical ailments because you've been carrying around the weight for so long. That's why in this 11th hour, it's really important for you to sit, take a moment, figure out what those same issues are that are causing you all of this madness going on. It's time to break free of the mentality, because on the 19th, when we enter into Sagittarius, folks, it is going to be a huge download of energy for you. Do you want to welcome it in? Because it is going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing and uplifting and a higher vibration. And who doesn't want that? So remember that we are in Scorpio now, and Scorpio is here to remind you of your karmic cycle, of your karmic pattern. It wants you to take one last final look, folks, at what it is that keeps causing you pain. Because as Scorpio moves into Sagittarius, Sagittarius is bringing the energies to go ahead and find you the closures that you need, the answers that you need. All right? So that energy that's coming down is meant to help you find that closure. But if you're not ready to say goodbye to what Scorpio has been trying to tell you to listen to, then you're not going to be able to hear how to find the answers for you, to find the closure. On the 23rd, another influx of energy is coming in. That influx of energy is going to be more of love and light and healing, so that you can finally start to heal the mental torments that we have been putting ourselves through to be able to welcome in this new decade that is coming in a higher vibration. So folks, 11th hour here. We're in Scorpio. Recognize the patterns that are causing you grief. When it goes into Sagittarius, the energies are coming through to help you try to learn how to change, figure it out, and move through to change and learn from it. And then in the 23rd, those love and light healing energies that are coming, use them to your advantage, because it is time. You deserve this. You are so worth the healing and the living of life that you deserve. So folks, let's take our dreams and make them a reality. Bring it back around. Start thinking positive thoughts. Something will change, I guarantee it. And until next dream, many blessings to you.